Hello everyone, welcome back to Lyons Family Farms. So have you seen the previous video? I went and picked up lights. We got LED lights to put on the 7130. The 7130 is a planting tractor, and I want to be able to see. So that's what we're going to work on today. So here's what we're working with. We got the light on. We're facing out the side here. It's got a handy plug on, but it ain't going to work. I'll cut it off and just splice it together, because this is just it doesn't have any plug down under here, so we're just going to splice it together and tape it. So we're working on that right now. Now this might be facing this way too much, but it's not a big deal. We'll get these two set up, those two on, wired together, make sure everything turns on, and then probably tomorrow morning when we're done milking, I'll just run down here and turn them on and see what it's like. So I should be able to pretty much get this done today. So the original brackets for the original lights up top don't really work with the lights that I got. So here, this is what I did to this side. And just bend them out. They bend really easy. Bend them out so you can get this in between. So I'll show you what I did. There's really no good camera angle here. Just bend these out. Ugh. Try to do it even. Take the channel locks, bend the tabs. Well, I don't have the right connectors that I want to use, or small enough, I mean. So we're going to run and get some, because I want to do it right and not Mickey Mouse it. Okay, I went to town, got some connectors. So let's put some wires together on these lights and see what she does. Okay, they're all lit up. We'll come down here tomorrow morning after milking, turn them all on, see what we think, see if we want to move any left or right. But I'm thinking these are probably going to be all right. I mean, it's hard to tell if there's any dead spots right now, but I'm liking it. So the possibility is there that we're going to be helping the neighbor mow triticale probably within the next 2 weeks, somewhere around that time. And you can tell I got all these insecticide boxes that I'm not going to put on the planter, because we're not going to use them. I mean, they're wrecked. There's no point in having them on. So I'm just going to pile them over here in the corner of the shed. And then I want to back the trailer in, unhook the case, fuel the case, put DEF in the case, because that is what's going to be getting hooked to this. I want everything to be ready to go if they need our help, which I talked to him there a few months ago, and he said probably so. You can see you're not putting no insecticide through them things. They're wrecked. We'll just pile them over here. It's the next morning after milking. We're gonna see what these new lights look like. So these are the stock lights, and these are the lights I put on yesterday. Oh yeah, baby. Well, we're back to the farm here. So we're gonna button this project up, put those covers back underneath the fenders, because as you can see, the lights are good. Sorry, that one video must have been a time lapse where it goes back and forth real quick. Kind of sucks, because I wanted to show you guys the full effect a little better, but whatever. Spray guy's doing burn down today on all of the corn and soybean acres. So we're ready to plant. I was maybe hoping to plant next week, but the temperatures are trending on the cooler side. So I don't know about that yet. We'll have to really ponder that. I can plant probably the corn in a few days, so if we have to start later, it's really not that big of a deal. So we will probably wait. I'd rather wait than push it and have to replant. If you guys remember this from last week, I couldn't get that out, so we had to pull the pins out and undo it. I'm gonna glue it back in. Well, I'm just gonna use the super glue. I was gonna use this, but it takes longer to dry. So let's see what happens here. All this holds is a seed plate, so I'm not too worried about it. With Bobcat, it should hold fine. Okay, now we're gonna put this back together, which is fairly simple. Drive pin goes through here, and then drive pin goes to the top for the meter to drive. This is the drive pin. We pound it so it's half and half. It runs the meters. Okay, all the meters are just ready for planting. I'm not going to put them seed plates in until it's time to plant, because there's no point in pushing them brushes down if you're not using the meters at the moment. So that's what we're waiting on. You want to take them out when you're not planting. Have a load of hay going out here this week, which will be helpful, so me and Dave can start building once again. As some of you may know, we're turning this whole area into a nice enclosed heated shop once I find buyers for all this hay. Well, I do have a buyer for 3/4 of it. Well, we're gonna back in the cattle trailer, unhook it, fuel and deafen that tractor, the 145, the one that runs our hay vine. If you guys remember, well, I guess, yeah, this is all in the same video. I said about maybe helping mow. So I want to be prepared when he says it's time to mow. I don't like not being prepared. Time for the government juice. Oh man, I'm ready for field work, spring field work. Can't even wait. The planter patiently waits. Here we go. You know, we got this huge stone parking lot, concrete. Guess where a guy parks at? Right in the mud. Guess that guy would have been me. the atmosphere will be happy with me. Here is very serious food for thought. So you know we got this ultra pure DEF jug. So there's still some DEF residue in the jug. So if I burn the jug, is it clean burning? Who knows? All right, we got the quick hitch on, PTO changed, fuel and DEF in this tractor. So really, it's ready to go mowing if they need help. And this tractor is fueled up, ready for planting too. Now we're just waiting next week, but I don't really want to put corn in the ground with the temperatures we're going to be seeing. So every weekend or Friday, it depends, I get on notes on my iPhone and I make a week's worth of work on there that I'd like to get done that week. So I made a pretty hardcore list here on Sunday, and I said, that'll last me. And it's Tuesday and I'm banging right through it. I'm gonna have to sit down and think of some more things to do. Maybe I should just go hunt groundhogs. It's pretty nice out today. So this afternoon, we got this old weed whacker. See if we can get this unit going. I guess it runs, I don't know. I'm gonna do some weed whacking because the grass is growing. We need some fuel. And now I need to do the decipher on what the fuel is. 2-stroke. There's some in here somewhere. All right, found a can. Got some chainsaw mix. We're gonna go mix 2 gallons of this stuff up. Go over here to the pump. I was gonna record me filling that, and I forgot to hit record. That's not to make a guy mad. Get the freaking stuff open. I always like to put a little bit in the thing. Give her a good shake. We don't want to waste any oil. Stuff ain't cheap. Even though I just dumped it down the side of the gas tank. Okay, now we're ready to go weed whack some grass. It's a little rough. Well, since it's warm out this time of year here, I'm gonna go open up the plywood up in the hay mow, which is gonna let more air drop down through the barn. Right, we normally put it about half, cover it half up in the winter because it'll get pretty windy and it'll tunnel down through there pretty hardcore. But with what it's like now, it's time to open it up so it does flim to the max. So here's what I mean. Now that air can really flow down through there for the cattle, which cattle prefer it cooler. Sally's getting a little worked up. I'm gonna go down to the seed and chemical shed here. I got a pair of gloves so I don't have to use one of the milking gloves every time I need to touch any of this stuff. Just have a pair so I can pull them off and reuse them. I might hook the pump up here and check the oil and stuff. It's brand new, it should be all right, but that's gonna wrap today's video up. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope to see you in the next one.